So, a few years ago, I knew two guys. Same age, same skill, same opportunity. One of them was the kind of person who would walk into a room and assume he belonged there. Took every shot, asked for every meeting, sent the cold email twice if he didn't respond. People called him arrogant. The other one was the opposite. Smart guy, sharper than most. But he had this thing where he'd wait to be picked, wait to be sure. He'd say things like, I don't want to come across as annoying. 5 years later, the first guy that people would describe as arrogant was running a six-figure business. The second guy, he was still working at the same job, with the same position and salary. The difference between them was that one of them decided he was the protagonist of his own story. And that's the topic of this video. Ego. It's the predator that lives inside you. And it's hungry whether you like it or not. The only question is who feeds it. And people tend to starve it. They lie to themselves, convince themselves that they're being humble. That's just weakness. And only you believe that crap. The other type lets the predator off the leash. It eats anything in its path. They mistake hunger for vision, and the predator eats them from the inside out. You want to win? Learn balance. Let me explain. There's a version of you that wants to be the main character. Most people let society kill that version of you at a young age. Some kid in middle school called him cocky once, and they learned to shrink. They became exactly what the room wanted. Small. That was the version of you that was supposed to win. You buried him because someone you don't even talk to anymore called you arrogant in 8th grade. Pathetic. The world rewards people who live in the spotlight, the ones that never get off the saddle. Think about a great striker, the one about to take the shot. In that moment, he believes, fully, that he's the only person in the stadium who can put the ball in the net. The ego's on full blast, and that's how the goal happens. Ronaldo without his ego would have just been a random guy from Portugal. So don't even try to listen to the ones that view this negatively. You take the good with the bad, and that's just how it is. Now, here's the part most people don't talk about. That same predator that brought you the glory can also be the reason for your demise. If you stop listening, the predator gets bigger. If you build your entire identity on being the smartest in the room, eventually the predator decides smarter rooms aren't worth entering. You stop growing. This is when ego takes over the wheel that you once had. And you're the only one to blame for letting that happen. You over-indexed in one direction. The bigger your ego gets, the harder it is to see this happening. The predator doesn't tell you it's eating you. It tells you everyone else is the problem. But you need to train yourself to not believe everything the predator tells you about yourself. The same striker who scored the goal, after the game he watches the tape. He sees the missed touches. He sees the lazy run. He sees the time he should have passed. He doesn't argue with the tape. The tape doesn't lie. The ego does. But one thing's for sure. Ego and humility are not opposites. They're shifts. Ego on the field, humility in the film room. If you only have ego, you score one goal and never improve. If you only have humility, you never take the shot. The team loses. Both extremes wreck you. The actual answer is to manage it. Use it on purpose. Point it at something worth eating. And when it tries to come for you, tame it. Some days you'll get it right. You can't win them all. I'm just saying what works for me. Subscribe if you want.